Hey, what's up guys? In this video I'm going to be nerding out about music. I've been listening to what you would call EDM for maybe over 20 years, which is pretty crazy to think. I was listening to it back when it was considered gay. And you were kind of a weirdo if you liked it. People equated it to like a skipping CD player. Kind of weird. Anyway, I've had the privilege of being around when like all sorts of music was coming out, like the different eras of music. And this is, thinking back, I want to talk about one track in particular. It's a mashup of two, and in my opinion, it's one of the greatest mashups of all time. So back in the day, in the Netherlands, DJ Tiesto, well, at the time, DJ Tiesto, now Tiesto, played something called trance music, progressive trance music, and a bit of, I guess, tech trance. And it was good. And, this track came out, DJ Tiesto Flight 643. And it was one of those ones that's just still a joy to listen to. This was like peak time Tiesto, in my opinion. And came out in 2000 on acetate. And then in 2001, it had its, formal release on his label, Magic Music. And it sounded a bit like this. Right? I suggest you listen to it. It's great. Like these tracks just built over time. It was amazing. It wasn't like, 4 kick drums and then a clap, or like a reverse snare and a 3-2-1 drop it. It was like music was like a journey back in the day. And as you listen to it, things just keep on building up and building up. Things come out, things come back in, and everything kind of talks to each other. And I'm sure, a lot of you haven't heard this track before. Maybe you have. I don't know. I guess I'm a jaded old guy. But yeah, this is one of the greats. Right, really awesome, really awesome. And that was 2001. It was released. A couple years later, Marcel Woods released a track called Advanced. And this was one of the ones. This is made by the guy who is now Showtek and is another guy. But this was... Marcel Woods, has an engineer, and that guy's from Showtek. Anyway, this came out in 2005 in the Netherlands, and it was on High Contrast Recordings, and it was considered hard trance, and sounds really great. And this is what it sounds like. This one you've probably heard. And this features a plugin called Quadrafuzz, which has been used by Showtek a lot, and it's like this multi-band distortion plugin in Cubase. Right, rolling mid bass line, punchy, typical or not typical, fantastic sound. Things were very techno back then. There was a lot of this is the emergence of that like techno-y trance kind of thing that was developing in conjunction with that like euphoric trance, like 3-minute build-up sort of things. This was going on in conjunction with that. Right, so a typical techno pattern there. And then this lead comes in, And this is from the JP 8080. Right? Right. Iconic sound of the mid-2000s, the peak of that that era of trance music before it all kind of switched over to like electro house, and then it kind of merged into some other stuff, and then big room, and then now it's well, then it was deep house, and then now it's techno. All of a sudden, everyone's into techno again. It's like this oscillatory fed system. But yeah, just one of those things. Great track. One of the classics by Marcel Woods. And then a German guy gets a hold of these two tracks and makes one of the greatest mashups of all time. And you may be sitting there leaning forward in your seat being like, holy crap, what is this? Came out in 06. A German DJ, Scott Project, had the bright idea to mix these two together in typical tech trance fashion, super high energy. And it is, hopefully it's, yeah, there it is. So it's Marcel Woods versus Tiesto, Advanced Scott Project, Advanced Flight remix. It's called something else, but that's just the set rip that I got because, you know, I had to get some material here in order to play it. So this comes about, and it incorporates classic house samples from elsewhere. And I don't know. This is just one of those tracks that when I first heard it, it blew my frickin' mind. I was like, how did you do this? You crazy, crazy man. Anyway, here we go. This is a mix. Right. Some of the greatest mashups you play in your DJ sets, and there should be something that's like the tip of your tongue. It's like, what track is that? I remember that. This is one of those. Right, so that mid bass, that punchy, iconic mid bass from Advanced, and then the Tiesto, the Flight 643 playing. Right, playing throughout, you're like, I know those two sounds. I know those. And just the way that elements are added in. Those techno rides. And then you're like, what the heck is going on here? Bam, a house, classic house sample comes in, and then that Flight 643 lead comes in. I've been there. I've seen Scott Project twice, and every time this part plays, people go fucking bananas. Like, you will never see a dance floor at 3 in the morning that bananas. And like, you know, 2007, 2008, 2009 were pinnacle years for electronic music, in my opinion. And this, you know, yeah, and he continues to play, and it always gets the same reaction. It's incredible. And yeah, all the swear words in the world can't give justice to what this sounds like. Breakdown. Amazing use of sampling. Classic house sample. I want you to listen to this track. And you know it's coming because you're like, holy crap. And then there's like a bit of a breakdown, or a lot of bit of a breakdown here. Right? That rolling kick, very popular back then, rolling techno kick. Another breakdown. Can't go wrong, and that is the greatest mashup of all time. Check it out. Doesn't have that many views on YouTube, but this was the track back in the day, which was a Friday, by the way, in case you're wondering. Hope you enjoyed the video. The last one I did featured New Time, New Place. It was one of the greatest techno arrangements of all time. Maybe I'll do another one. You know, I have so much music in my head from years back that I can kind of point to and be like, oh, there you go. And it's a great education because, you know, you got to know your past so that you can appreciate the present and work towards the future. And you can quote me on that. Anyway, hope you guys learned stuff. Take care and have a good one.